Welcome to Chapter and Verse Volume 2, a section-by-section reflection on the Doctrine and Covenants and Pearl of Great Price through poetry, as a way to strengthen your personal and family gospel study with a focus on the Come Follow Me curriculum. One chapter, one verse. My name is Michael D. Young, and today we have a text based on Doctrine and Covenants, section 135. The focus verse for this text is Doctrine and Covenants 135, verse 3. Verse 3, Joseph Smith, the prophet and seer of the Lord, has done more, save Jesus only, for the salvation of men in this world, than any other man that ever lived on it. In the space of 20 years he has brought forth the Book of Mormon, which he translated by the gift and power of God, and has been the means of publishing it on 2 continents, has sent the fullness of the everlasting gospel, which it contains, to the 4 quarters of the earth, has brought forth the revelations and commandments which compose the Book of Doctrine and Covenants, and many other wise documents and instructions for the benefit of the children of men, gathered many thousands of the latter-day saints, founded a great city, and left a fame and name that cannot be slain. He lived great, and he died great in the eyes of God and his people, and like most of the Lord's anointed in ancient times, has sealed his mission and his works with his own blood. And so has his brother Hiram. In life they were not divided, and in death they were not separated. And now the text, the martyrdom. O Joseph Smith did more to serve, save for Jesus Christ alone. He died, though he did not deserve to be kept in walls of stone. Joseph lived great, he died great too, in the eyes of God and man. He testified of what is true, filled his part in God's great plan. And Hiram Smith gave to his life or death could not them part. They conquered every mortal strife, brothers who possessed one heart. Hiram lived great, he died great too, in the eyes of God and man. He testified of what is true, filled his part in God's great plan. Their name and fame cannot be slain, testimonies sealed with blood, as martyrs in the ground they've lain, while God's work rolls like a flood. They lived great, they died great too, in the eyes of God and man. They testified of what is true, filled their part in God's great plan. The church's cornerstone they laid, brought to light truth from the earth, the gospel to the world displayed, bore this dispensation's birth. They lived great, they died great too, in the eyes of God and man. They testified of what is true, filled their part in God's great plan. Thank you for listening. If you like what you hear, please share.